my name is Jennifer Johnson. I raise Shetland sheep for their wool, and this is one of a series of videos I'm making where I'm skirting the fleeces from the wool I harvested from our sheep this year, 2024. And this fleece will be in the auction, so I do an auction every year on my website after we harvest the fleeces, whether it be shearing or ruing. And I do it as an auction. So this fleece will be listed up on the website when I actually will have them listed, and then when I get everything up there and it's ready to go, I will announce the date of the auction, and I'll send an email to everyone that's on my mailing list to let everybody know that, yep, the auction is starting, and it takes 1 week. So I start it, and then it runs for 7 days, and you can go on there and place bids whenever you want. Other people can bid you up. Doesn't usually happen, though, to be honest. And then the auction closes on a set time. You'll know when it's going to close. That's not a secret or a surprise. And when the auction closes, whoever has the highest bid on each fleece I'll ship them the fleece. So this fleece is from RU Sarin. She is black, and Sarin is an older one on our flock. She's 8 years old. We bought her from another breeder in the Midwest because I can't remember what we were trying to do. I think we were trying to add more black to the flock. This is so it's black, it's sheared, and we'll see it when I flip it over. It's black, but she's graying. She's turning gray. She had a spitting fineness of 22.1. You know, for an old girl, that's not terrible. So I'm going to start skirting right up here at the neck. We coat our fleeces, and it's really easy to see where the coat ends and the neck starts. So that's the neck. Now I'm going to go around. This is the front leg. When we photograph the fleece on the website, all the fleeces will be laid out in the same way. I'm kind of debating here if I should put her fleece in the black, or her skirtings in the black or in the gray, but I think I'm going to put them in the black. So what I do with my skirtings is they're too nice for me to throw out. So they're not real dirty. Oops. And they're not really coarse anymore. They used to be really hairy and terrible, but they're not anymore. So they're still very nice, but they're not of the quality that I can put with the fleece. The fleece is only going to be the wool that is underneath the coat. So what I do is I take all these lovely skirtings and I put them in I pooled them together by color. So I've got 5 colors: black, fawn, white, gray, moret. Those 5 colors. And I send them to the mill, and I have the mill process them into comb top. And the comb top is a lovely prep. Comb top is where they wash it, pick it, and fluff it up, make it into roving, and then they take the roving and they comb it, whole other machine. So that's why it's called comb top, and it's a really nice prep for superfine fleeces, because if you just go with roving, it can get pilly regardless of how skilled the mill is with their processes. All right, so there's Sarin's fleece. She was 36 ounces pre-skirted, so we're going to get a weight after I get a few photos here. So what I do is I put the index card that my helper during shearing makes up as the fleeces are getting sheared, because we bag them individually on shearing day so that we know whose fleece goes with what sheep. That's important to me. So this index card has the sheep's name, the year of the shearing, the fleece year, and her ear tag number. And the ear tag number is just in case we get the name wrong or whatever. All right, so that is the top part of the fleece. Now I want to get a picture of the center section here, just like the lock. It's actually pretty nice. Okay. And I'm going to get a photograph of the back side of the fleece. This is holding together really nicely. Her fleece is nice and dense. So now you can see there's just a little bit, she's got a good amount of gray up here. So there's a thing with Shetland colors. You know, you got your main colors, fawn, white, gray, black, and brown or moret. Then there's these other colors that are Shetland language, like Shayla and Emsket, which are just versions of gray. It gets really fiddly. I'm not a big fan of trying to figure out exactly which color the sheep are. I typically just say the 5 main ones. However, if I were going to name this color, I might say that she's a little Emsket up here, but you know, she's certainly pretty black on the bottom here. I got to do a video on Shetland colors because that whole thing, it's all, you, the breeder, you decide what the color is. There's no like Shetland color expert that goes from farm to farm to make sure that you're registering them as the correct color and spotting pattern for that matter. You can say whatever you want. There's no real standard bearer. There's nobody that's making sure you're doing it correctly. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So I don't put a lot of emphasis on that. I've had people come into the booth, oh, do you have any Shayla? I'm like, well, I got a dark gray here. I don't know. Okay. That's kind of a soapbox moment there. All right, so now I got to get a sample. And I like to pull the sample from where we pull the sample when we do the micron test, which is 5th rib back and in the center between the belly and the back. So like right in the center. And you want to standardize where you pull these samples from so that when you're getting your micron samples, you know, it matters where on the body the fiber is much of the time. Even though we're trying to breed that out so that it doesn't really matter, but you will get some difference. So it's good to standardize the location where you pull your sample from. All right, so there's Sarin's lock sample. So I'm going to say 2.5 inches. I think it's a pretty color. I mean, so yeah, so she's black and she's going gray in the center, but you could make a pretty gradient, you know, color ombre type thing with that. All right, so the length is 2.5. I got the photo. Shearing quality is very good. I didn't really comment on it, but I was very pleased with that. So I'm going to sell this fleece. So now I just have to bag it back up and get a weight. These clear plastic bags, so I get these on shearing day. It's important so that you can see your index card through the clear plastic when you're trying to, well, let's just, for example, at the close of the auction, I'm going to have, I don't know, 50 fleeces that I got to go through and make sure I ship the right one to the right person. So it makes it a lot easier if I can see the tag through the clear bag. All right, now we're going to get the post-skirted weight. $18.9 ounces. That really shrank. But again, just about half. So that is Sarin. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you can come back soon. Thanks very much.